Hi everyone, I hope you're doing really well. I hope you're having a good day wherever you are. So today I'm doing a 1 hour speed clean video. I put out a poll recently and it had about 4 different options on it, and I think it was something like 47% of you voted for 1 hour speed clean. So here it is. This is a after dark one, because I've recently returned to work after maternity leave. I had 7 months off. We're quite fortunate in the UK that we get a really good amount of maternity leave. You don't get paid for the entirety of it, but yeah, it's very fortunate to have that many, as I know some other countries aren't that fortunate. But yeah, so I've just returned to work from maternity leave, so life at home is really, really chaotic. At the point of recording this, I'm in my 2nd week back, and we haven't really adjusted to having 3 kids, me working and just trying to juggle the housework. So this was an after dark speed clean. It's not quite dark yet at this point in the video, but it'll get darker. And yeah, just starting off, priority is always getting the dishwasher on. We absolutely have to make sure that's ready for the next day, so start by doing that and tidying up the rest of the kitchen. I really struggle with cleaning at night time. I can't remember whether this was filmed after a day at work or at the weekend, but either way, after having like a really busy day, a really busy week, trying to get motivated to get this cleaning done, I find quite tricky. I think some of the things I have to use for me as a motivator is, like, say I was doing it after work, it'd be just, I know it sounds silly, but don't take off my work clothes yet. If I'm taking off my work clothes and getting into my comfy clothes, then 9 times out of 10 nothing's going to happen, because I'm going to end up sitting on the sofa or getting comfy with one of the kids and watching something on telly, and then before you know it, it's really late and I don't want to do it, and it's probably going to get left. So that's something I've started doing recently, and I found it really helps just keep me, like, it's not that I'm necessarily uncomfortable, but I'm just not comfy yet. So doing everything that the kids need me to do, running, doing all their baths, dinner, bath, bed, and getting the cleaning done, I'm much more likely to do it if I'm still in my work clothes. I know that's not an option for everyone. Some people work in jobs where you have to get changed straight away, you're mucky. But I think if you can afford to keep whatever you've had on during the day, it doesn't have to be work clothes, it could be whatever you've been wearing throughout the day, you know, jeans, t-shirt, whatever, just stay in it. It's a danger once you're in your pyjamas or your comfy clothes. There's been a lot of really lovely comments recently I've seen from a lot of the other videos that I've done, and there's been some really good suggestions for like cleaning tips and bits. I'll have to like give a shout out to some people when I try some of these cleaning bits and like do it during a video, because some of them have been really great ideas. Something I also really like about it as well is that there's almost like a real community starting to grow together. Like, there's so many people commenting now, and so many people are from all over the world that it's crazy. All of a sudden, just talking to so many different people about how they sort of see the video and have interpreted the video for themselves, how it's motivated them, just people that can relate as well. Some people have said that they're able to relate to the video, and you know, it's really lovely. You know, that's I didn't necessarily go into doing this to have any specific intentions, but just knowing that there's more of us out there that, I don't know, function a little bit differently, and we're not all perfect. You know, I see so many of these speed clean videos. I love them. I really love watching them, but I see so many of these speed cleaning videos and they seem so unrealistic, especially like the 1 hour ones, and like people seemingly are able to get their entire house clean in an hour. You know, they're mopping the floors, they're like deep cleaning everything, and I'm not calling anyone out for it, but there's no way that can be real. Like, who functions like that? Like, I don't know, especially busy people. Like, I'm a working mum. I have 3 kids. They're all under 4. You know, there is no way in hell I'm mopping my floors, you know, in a 1-hour Speakly. I mean, look at the state of the living room. You know, it is absolutely trashed. And this was just one day. You know, this was just one fun day of the kids playing. Don't get me wrong, the table back there has been a mess for a few days. But, you know, I feel like I'm lucky and I've achieved something if I manage to get the Hoover around once a day. You know, so like doing a 1-hour Speakly, and that's not very long. It seems like a long time, and you can get a lot done in that hour, but there's no way, like, these people that are getting their entire house clean, and they're always in these bigger houses as well, and they can seemingly run around from like top to bottom and do everything. There's no way it's real. You know, like, don't ever watch those videos and feel disheartened that you're not able to do the same, because, you know, it can't be legit. I'll be honest, in this video I keep showing the times that I'm starting cleaning because I'm pausing the clock when I'm moving the tripod around. And I don't mind doing that because people that are actually doing a 1-hour speed clean for themselves aren't filming and aren't moving a tripod and setting up shots. You know, so I don't mind pausing that time because that's time that you wouldn't normally be spending. You know, but like moving to a different area, yeah, I'm keeping the timer going, and that's why I keep showing you the time, you know, that I'm starting at, because you can see, you know, how much time I'm actually using. You know, and that's another thing with these other videos, you know, the clock always seems to be the same, like no matter where they are. So they'll be in one room and they'll have only used 3 minutes doing something, and then they'll go to the other room and it's still at that. They've only used 3 minutes, you know, so it's like they're not really accounting for all that time. And the other thing I notice is that, you know, these people are all by themselves. We may just be really, not unlucky or unfortunate, because that sounds completely wrong, but we don't really have any help with our kids, so it's just us. I know there are other people that probably have a lot of time to themselves. Some people, you may not even have kids at all, but I think if you've got a family, more often than not, you're probably doing these cleans when your kids are around. You know, so that's another thing that's unrealistic, I think, is that, you know, you can see from this video, I'm tidying, but my little one wants a cuddle. You know, one of them probably wants a snack. The baby might need something. We're all here. We're all around. You know, so just having the kids around already means that hour is going to be a lot slower than it would be if I was by myself. You know, if I'm on my own, there's no one in the house, yeah, I can get a lot more done. But that's extremely rare, you know. And the other thing is as well, get the kids involved. It's so good to teach them responsibility, teaching them that tidying up is a thing, you know, especially when they're little like this. If you can drill in a habit like that from a young age, that's going to be so much more beneficial for you, beneficial for them. Everyone gets used to the routine. You know, make it a game. I'm chasing them around the living room with a Hoover, pretending it's going to eat them.
No, sorry.
Yeah, just making it a game like that makes it so much more fun for the kids and gets them involved. And also, if the kids are scared of the Hoover, that's another way to make it easier. Our middle child here, she was terrified of the Hoover for ages, and she's still a little bit funny about it. But whenever we bring it out and we pretend like it's gonna nibble on their feet or something, you can see over time that fear is getting less and less. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with a bit of music for a little while, because whenever I watch these, I always love it when there's a little gap in the middle for just music, and I can crack on with some cleaning with a little bit of music. So I'll catch up with you in a little bit. I realised when I was cleaning up this table, looking back at the footage, I'd done this in such a non-efficient way. I think by this point in the cleaning, like, I was really tired. It had been a long day anyway, and I can tell from this I'm just going backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. And really what I should have done was gotten like a bin bag, a recycle bag, and then a bag like for stuff, and have just had it all there and done it all together rather than keep making trips backwards and forwards to the kitchen and like to the other rooms and stuff. So yeah, looking back on this, there's definitely some sort of cleaning tips of my own. I can go, oh, don't be so silly next time, do it better. But I really, really do appreciate though the comments that people leave when they're leaving like ideas and tips, because that is so helpful. And I hope as well that not only helps me, but if anyone else is reading them, it helps them too. Everybody has their own way of doing things, and I think being open to different ideas and suggestions is a really good thing. So I'm definitely going to be trying out different tips and tricks. I think if there's a point where there's enough people leaving comments about their cleaning advice and tips, I think that could be a video in of itself, you know. Something like trying my subscribers' cleaning hacks. I think that'd be a really cool video. Please let me know in the comments what you think. If you'd like to see a video like that, and if you do want to see a video like that, leave your own suggestions. You know, let me know any of your hacks that you use when you're trying to clean, especially things that relate to, like, if you're cleaning at a really awkward time, or if you're really tired, or, you know, just doing a task that you really don't like doing, you know, anything like that would be really good. I say it's not just good for me, but if anyone else is reading the comments, that's great too. And I really love how interactive this is all getting, so, you know, the more I can interact with you guys, absolutely the better. You know what, it makes my day. People always talk about, you know, getting subscribers on YouTube, but honestly, the best part of this is just being able to talk to you, you know, being able to see your comments and, you know, have a good read and, you know, spend some time replying back. That's wonderful. You know, more often than not, it's like early in the morning, I'm on my bus to work and I'm just sat there, like, I'll open up the Studio app, which is what you use for when you're making videos, and yeah, I'll just see there's a comment, and honestly, it just puts such a big smile on my face. So thank you to anyone that's been leaving comments. You really do make my day. So see here, one of the final things I'm doing is getting the laundry hung up. I said this before, but we live in a top floor flat and it is boiling in our place. So I know you shouldn't really hang your laundry in your house because of humidity and things, but we're very fortunate that our clothes dry really quickly without the tumble dryer because of the heat in here. Hence why my oldest is in like a little tank top and shorts. And at the time of filming that, it's like March, which in the UK it's still really cold in March. So yeah, we're very fortunate in that respect. But my kids absolutely love hanging their laundry. Like, if you have young kids, get them involved in washing. I know it makes it take so much longer, but they absolutely love it, you know. And I firmly believe getting them involved, like, you can buy kids all the toys you want, but kids just want to do what you're doing, you know. I'll have to try and show you a photo, or I'll put it in the community tab. I made the big mistake. I was cooking dinner tonight and I made a really stupid parenting mistake, you know, and bearing on I'm a mum of 3, I should have known better. My middle child wanted to help me cook dinner, but I was like frying, so I didn't want her to help. I didn't want to risk her getting burned or splashed or anything like that. So I was covering things, I was breading things, so I had the flour. And stupidly, you know, I thought, okay, I'll keep her busy, I'll give her some flour and a spoon and a bowl, thinking I'll put it on her little pink table and that'll be great. No, literally like a few minutes passed, and before I knew it, both girls were there at the pink table and half the bag of flour was like on the floor. It was everywhere. They were screaming and giggling and they were going, "Mummy, look, it's snow," and literally everything was covered. all under the big table, all over the floor tiles. It was everywhere. So, but getting your kids involved, that's all they want to do. They just wanted to help me cook. They just want to help do the washing, you know, so absolutely get them involved. It's what they want to do more than anything. They just want your time. They don't care what it is they're doing. Oh, it's brilliant. Parenting is one of those things that I firmly believe it's one of the hardest jobs in the world, but it is absolutely lovely. So the time has gone off now, so that's my hour. I didn't capture like showing the timer going off because I think the phone battery died and I had to swap phones. That's why the footage here looks a little bit different, but believe it or not, this is the end result, and it's a lot cleaner here than it was to begin with. But during the process and time that I've cleaned, the kids have already gone around the house and done more. So you saw earlier the kitchen was much cleaner than this, but it's not so much now, so well, all we can do is try. Well, thank you ever so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't already and you want to watch more videos like this, and please do leave your suggestions for other videos down below. Thanks. Bye.